Hi, everybody, and welcome to Evolve Love. I am your host, Amanda, and I am so happy that you have found this podcast. Are you looking for daily inspiration, motivation, and wisdom to help you begin your day feeling supported and uplifted with love? Well, you have come to the right place. This podcast is a space of encouragement where you can be held in your self-development because in order to evolve, you need love, and it begins here with you. Now, let's get into today's episode. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Venus Day, and welcome to Evolve Love. I am excited for today's episode, but it is similar to a practice that we have done before, but just a little different. And part of why I wanted to do this today in Venus Day is because we really associate Venus Day with beauty, love, creativity, romance, and a lot of that will pertain to self. Like we are trying to do things to beautify our life, to romanticize our life, to, do all these things for self. And I love that about Venus Day. I absolutely do. But today's Venus Day is going to help us to shift our focus outward. And part of why I wanted to do this in connection to our just because is the moon sign today is in Aquarius, which is more of a humanitarian sign. It is a collective energy sign. It is the greater good for all. It is the oneness. It is all of these concepts. And with this, it's just a bigger scope, I think, than self. Like when I think of Aquarius, I don't really think of self. I think of what the self can do for others, what the self can do in the world. And I wanted to expand our view on Venus Day because we have been really tapping so much into ourselves on these Fridays, and I absolutely love that. But today we're going to look around. We're going to take in our surroundings. And I can't remember what week it was, but I did do a sensory experience exercise outdoors as an episode once. And if I find it, I'll link it back in the show notes if you want to practice that with this, because I think it is a beautiful practice to do. But in today, I want to think about our just because in the natural world. So the thought came to me like this, and I don't know if this has ever happened to anyone, but my days lately have been so busy when I'm outside. I'm chasing kids, I'm, playing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm very rarely looking at my surroundings because I'm looking at my children, I'm looking at what needs to be done, I'm looking at what's around them, but I don't lift my eyes out to the horizon, if that makes sense. Like, of course, I'm checking to make sure everything's safe and good and all of that, but I'm not just staring off into the forest or looking to the sky for an extended period of time because I can't take my eyes off. And when I do have this opportunity, because it's been so long since I've actually looked and just held my focus on an area of nature, there was this moment where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't, this is real. I look at it and it's in that moment, there was no breeze. The trees weren't moving. It honestly looked like I was on a set. It didn't even this is my yard. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Nothing is moving. It was very eerie. It was strange. But when I looked at it, I'm like, no, this is what it looks like all the time. I just don't ever have the time to take it in like this. And I felt like in that moment, time stood still. And I just got to take in all the beauty that was around me. And this just because notion came to me because we should have these times where we just look up and look out. We are so often looking at our phones, looking at our computers, looking at the TV, looking at our loved ones, looking around, but look out and really grasp the beauty that is all around you. And maybe for you, I live in an area where nature is just abundant and it's so beautiful. But if you don't live in an area like that, if it's city, there's still so much in the landscape, in the atmosphere, in the environment that this is here. Just because this building is here just because. This tree decided to grow here just because. Someone planted these flowers here just because. And what a beautiful thought, because when way back, like these structures, these trees, these flowers, some of those items might not have ever been there, but now they are. And now we get to see them and we get to appreciate them, and we get to, wonder too, like what else is going to grow, because there's still things that we haven't even seen that will be one day. And so this just because exercise is to look in the natural world. Where can you find beauty in your natural world or in your outdoor environment? Summer solstice just happened a little bit ago if you're in the northern hemisphere, but soaking up the sun, cleansing in the rain. Like, even if it's raining, it doesn't mean that you have to stay indoors. Go outside. Like, when have you felt that cool summer rain? Like, again, as a child, it was so much fun to play in the rain. Have you done that as an adult? Have you gone out just because to feel the rain? Do you feel the wind as it blows by? Can you picture the wind taking any negative energy off of you as it goes? Can you make it be even more beautiful than it already is? Or can you just take it in for what it is? Because that is so beautiful too. Feel the grass under your feet. Feel warm sand in your hands. There are so many things that we can do to be in our environment and to really appreciate it. So today we are going to look around just because there's going to be something that catches your eye. There is going to be something that inspires you. There's going to be something that helps you to have a thought that you wouldn't have had if you hadn't looked at that item otherwise. Listening in to, like, taking in the bird song, taking in the sound of cars driving by, noticing like what is around you. And I love that sensory exercise that we did. I'm really going to make sure to link it in the show notes because I do feel it goes perfectly with this. And you could even try this in a new spot too. Is there a new park that you've been wanting to check out? Is there a hiking trail that you've been wanting to check out? Do you want to just go for a drive in your car? Whatever it is that is calling to you, I definitely recommend it because the beauty in nature is always there. And the beauty in our environment is always there, but we don't always take it in. We don't always see it for the magical, like, wonder that it is, to like look out and be like, I get to be here. I get to see this. Like, and I know, of course, like there are not parts of the world that have the same beautiful feeling, but still, isn't it a wonder that we are here and that, you know, whatever surroundings it is that we're taking in, that we are well in this moment, we are okay, and that we are finding an appreciation for all that it is that we have, all that it is that we will become. And I just think it is a beautiful thing to add into our day-to-day. So even though we're focusing on it today, this might be something that helps to spur you in future days to continue this practice. And what a beautiful way to look at life, you know, when you take it in through this lens of wonder and this, you know, really taking it in just like you would spend time at a museum and feeling that incredible awe and wonder, like, of the things that you're seeing. Like, you can feel that same thing when we just really begin to appreciate what is around us. And I do mean this in the most, like, sensitive light, because I know that obviously sometimes our environments are going to be difficult. Sometimes our environments are triggering, but maybe in that, maybe we realize that and we shift. And we try really hard to shift our perspective, to move ourselves out of those spaces and to find ones that light us up more if we are able. I want to thank you all so much for being here this week through Evolve Love. I hope that it helps you to feel and see things in a new way. And I so appreciate you being here. Make sure to follow my podcast Instagram page at _Evolve Love. And if you feel called to share about this with a friend, it means so much to spread the word. And I am so looking forward to checking back in with you next week. Have a beautiful weekend.